Blank said he then spit on his hand and applied that to the eggplant and inserted the eggplant into homebody's pocket. It says 16 in this police report. The kid is not, he's an adult and this is what she did. And it's unfortunate. That is why I am not saying his name. But it is important that, she came on and she said it was her story. And she also said she was going to, tell more of her story after she lied about it to hundreds and hundreds of y'all. The audacity to talk about other mothers on this app when you did this to someone's child. And then you lied about his mom. You tried to say that his mom, they were all defending you. You took a charge for him. Remember, you took a charge for him. Blank said, I had the tip in. Blank clarified he meant he had the tip of his eggplant inside Homebody's pocket. Blank said that this is when Tannehill, his mother, walked in through the door. Blank said he had never had any sexual or romantic contact with Homebody before this incident. Is Bree commenting? Why are people talking to Bree? Oh, well, you can pin her comments if she's talking. Also, don't forget that Shelby Says So is a scammer and still owes money to a couple of his followers. And while y'all are all here, and also scammed a fundraiser on TikTok and didn't give all the money to the person who he was supposed to give the fundraiser money. So, yeah, don't forget that. So. He said he had never had romantic contact or sexual contact before that incident. So that's what that kid says. But if he was broomed, then he did. Y'all, this isn't about Bree right now. Like, I get it. I know y'all want to say that, but like, it's not about her right now. This is about somebody else who was on this app, she talked about Gabby Jacobson. Girl, Gabby barely touches this compared to what this says. Like, that's wild that you had the audacity to judge anyone. Bro. Interviewed her. That's what I'm saying. You had the audacity to talk about anyone. And then a cop married her. Can't throw rocks at glass houses. Jesus. Bloomberg observed Blank swab his eggplant. Blank then provides the swabs to Officer Bloomsburg. Later, Corporal Levitt collected buccal swabs from, or some people say buckle, I say buccal, swabs from Blank, the child, as reference samples to the state laboratory. So as I said, he would have been, like, honestly, cops can look up old police reports. So he should have been able to look this up. This is when I knew. When she said they swabbed her mouth, I knew. And at this point, I can't trust the DV aspect either. I know we do need to go pray. Because this has all been lies. So did your ex really, or were you the violent one? Like, you Scammer Shelves. Everybody go follow Scammer Shelves. They're the best. They give you all the updated news on the most frequent scams that Shelby Jeffcoat, Shelby Says So, has done. Give them a follow. Good people, good people. Tina Painter will testify she had a conversation with Homebody. And hey, y'all, it gets worse. That she had a conversation with Sitco, which is Homebody, via text message. So Tina Painter is the cousin. Remember the cousin that supposedly they called the police that she had been raped. So she said she'd testify. Her son, she has, unless we figure out that she replaced it with another kid, the kid that was in foster care, she got back. Don't worry, I'm not done here. There will be more. Yeah, they swabbed her at the police station and not the hospital. Now, I want you to also notice that there has yet to be any talk about this cousin giving a Klonopin, anything like that. Oh no, get ready. Y'all thought this was done. It gets better. Oh, so she said she'd testify. She had a conversation with Homebody via text message shortly after the incident at his home. This conversation was about the sexual acts that occurred between Sitco, Homebody, and blank, the child. The conversation was extracted from Painter's cellular phone and reads as follows. This is not lied about. This is not lied about. This is the text messages. Remember when she had the text on the screen last night from the mom when she tried to say that the mom was asking her for money or whatever? Here's text messages from when this happened. Painter, talk to your mom, Heather, please. Things may calm down. I don't know, but think about her child. Painter, I'm sorry you're so confused. Homebody, I don't want my parents involved in this. They'll hate me. So was she living with them? Because it doesn't say that she came to the house. I'm starting to feel like she was living with them. Heather, nothing even happened. I had my clothes on. He was the one with his pants down. By the time I got done contemplating, hey guys, remember frontal lobe, hers was all there, his was not. By the time I got done contemplating this wasn't a good idea, Orlean walked in. His mom walked in. That was when Heather had figured out it wasn't a good idea. Heather, you guys. I mean, I hope y'all are ready. I hope y'all are ready. But here she could remember so clearly. You guys, from the bottom of my heart, I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. I don't know what came over me, and I'm hoping with time I get forgiveness. Why do you need forgiveness? Why do you need forgiveness? What did you do? What did you do? I take full responsibility. This is where she's going to pretend that, see, look, I took responsibility because I was taking the charge. I took full responsibility, and I'm begging from every inch of my soul that this doesn't get out. And I'm begging from every inch of my soul that this doesn't get out. I will lose my son, my job. I thought remember, it wasn't a big deal because her ex knew he was a good person and knew she was a good person and wouldn't take her kid away. I will lose my son, my job, and my family will disown me and the little reputation of being a good person that I have. Once again, Homebody said, you guys, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. I don't know what came over me, and I'm hoping with time I get forgiveness. I take full responsibility. I never get privacy, so we had to let y'all know about her. I'm going to say this one time and one time only in my life. Nope, I can't do it. I was going to say W, but I can't. I can't do it. Oh, I can't do it. I can't. But listen, you still have to take accountability, and we got to get better. You got to get better for baby Dub. We got to. Okay, girl. We got to. Oh, we just got to be better, people. We got to be better. Man, this is... Bree is like, Bree is like, yes, it's not about me this time. Fuck yeah. Someone else's court documents. Fuck you. Okay. She's living it up. She's like, aha, we finally got them. We got them, boys. Oh, God. Okay. Once again, I'm going to read it to you. Guys, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. I don't know what came over me. I know what came over you, girl. It's called lust and schmeta. That's what came over you. Schmeta. And I'm hoping with time, I get forgiveness. I take full responsibility, and I'm begging from every inch of my soul that this doesn't get out. I will lose my son, my job, and my family will disown me, and the little reputation of being a good person that I have. Oh, we got some TikTok celebrities up in the house. Why do you look like you're getting joy off of reading this? No, I'm angry. Okay. I'm angry because the amount of lies and just the walk around, and the audacity to be on here talking about other people. Then, I'm not even going to pretend she never had my back in any of the drama I've been in, but she's pretending I have somehow turned on her. This was your doing. You did this, girl. You asking for forgiveness in here. You better ask for forgiveness out here too. So let's remember. Yes, it'll be on YT. 6:45 a.m. Heather says, and I'm sorry for booking it like a bitch when I was about to get my ass whooped. I should have just taken it like a champ, but I completely went into shock when I realized what was going on. "10:35 a.m. Painter said, Heather, please stop. This is the cousin. Heather, please stop. 10:36 a.m. You're making things worse. You're making things worse. You didn't want them to tell on you." Oh. Sorry, mod emergency. Which cousin? So damn many. This happened in Arkansas. That's what I'm saying. This takes cousin smucking to a whole other level. Because let's reiterate. These people were related to her baby daddy. Then that was a cousin of, and don't let me forget the minor child that came to stay with her. Y'all don't let me forget that at the end. Then they were a cousin somehow. She was dating a cousin. So remember, that cousin was related to her baby daddy. So she was dating an older cousin that was related to the baby daddy. Then she broke up with that cousin and then got with the minor. All these people related. All right. Block this person that's saying something about, can y'all help me reach 5? No, mute. Y'all ain't doing all that up in here. That's weird. That's weird behavior. We ain't doing that. Calm down. Okay. So Corporal Levitt served a DNA detention order upon homebody on 10/14/14. So let's reiterate, what date did this happen on? Because she told us that she went in 3 days later on 6/20. So that was 6/20. So that was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 4 months later. And you told us it was a few days later that you went and gave your DNA. Yes. Homebody was the one that Alan, Rudy's son, talked to. He is an adult. That she did not call out the mother in that situation that helped him run away. I called out the mother in that situation that wasn't appropriate. Homebody understood where she was coming from. Now we see why. So they got her sample. That's pretty much the rest of it. She got a summons. That's what this was. So let's also remember that that was it. Yes, I will share it after I get off the live. No, I don't believe Ruby at all. I also would still like to schedule a public for charity boxing match with Ruby when she's ready to take that up. Yes, this is public record. It was sealed and then it was unsealed. I don't know why it was unsealed. This was a felony charge and she did have it dropped to battery. So maybe they didn't have enough evidence. Maybe they didn't have, I don't know. I don't know why it got dropped to a battery. So oh yeah, she pled out. That's right. Deferred. Yeah. I want to know about the femur too. I do. An ortho nurse. Yeah, I used to be an ortho nurse too. I don't know how she's not on a registry, I guess because she pleaded out and it was her first crime. So if you have any questions, mods, if you see any good questions, you can pin it. I can How are you after finding this out? I'm just angry now. I'm just angry. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. Does she have more than one charge? How does a 2-month-old have broke bones? This is wild. Yes, she has multiple charges. As soon as I get information on the other ones, I will let you know. I do not have that yet. I don't know how old the victim's mom was. It did not. Wait, did it say? Hold on. It doesn't have their date of birth. It just has their address. So how many children does homebody have? She has 1 biological and 2 step. But I don't even know how true this is anymore, honestly. I wouldn't trust anything. I don't know if she was married at the time. Apparently, she's had even another ex-husband. I have no idea. Please, a recap. Okay, so if you didn't watch the interview last night, I don't know what to tell you. On 6/20/14 at about 04:59 hours, a 911 call was received at the Lewiston Police Department. The caller was Orlean Tannehill. Tannehill was reporting she found Heather Sitko, a 22-year-old female, having, with her 16-year-old son. This occurred in the basement of address in Lewiston, Idaho. Tannehill will testify she walked into the basement living room and saw blank child on top of Sitko. Tannehill believed the two were having, Tannehill threatened to fight Sitko and to call the police. Tannehill, first she pled not guilty, then she had to plead guilty, and that's why she got the thing. This was in 2014, but once a PDF, always a PDF. I'm sorry. That's not a forgivable thing. So Blank will testified she walked into the basement living room and saw blank on top of Sitko. Tannehill believed the two were having, Tannehill threatened to fight Sitko and to call the police. Tannehill did not fight with Sitko, but did call the police. Shortly after the call was made, Sitko left the house. Blank child will testify. Child said that he went fishing with Sitko, Truly, and Wallace and Nathan Tannehill earlier that day, later in the early morning hours. So that means that it was like 2 a.m., something like that, when she did this. Remember, she said she showed up at don't let me forget, Brittany. She showed up at these people's house. She just went over there while she was supposedly drunk. She went fishing with them earlier that day. I'm telling you, I'm starting to think she lived with them or lived next to them or something. This was in the early, she knew what she was doing. Later in the early morning hours, they returned to the address to watch a movie. Blank said he was on the couch with Sitko and she had her legs on his lap. Child said he was rubbing Sitko's legs and then she asked him, "Do you want to have?" "Yeah, no." Child said, "I was like, sure." Child said Sitko then took off her shorts and he took off his sweatpants. Child did not have undergarments on. Sitko did. Child described Sitko's undergarments as being black with yellow stitching. Child described Sitko's shorts as black Nike brand shorts. After Sitko removed her shorts and Child was unclothed from the waist down, Child said she started whacking me off. Child meant Sitko began to manipulate his eggplant. Yeah, she said she wouldn't change a thing. Manipulate his eggplant. That makes me think she was in love with him. Manipulate his eggplant with her hand. Child said Sitko then got on her back and he tried to have, with her. Child said, "I was trying to get it in and I kept trying." And she said, "Spit on your hand." Child said he then spit on his hand and applied that to his eggplant and then inserted his eggplant into Sitko's pocket. Child said, "I had the tip in." Child clarified he meant he had the tip of the eggplant inside Sitko's pocket. Child said this was when Tannehill walked in through the door. Child said he had never had any, contact or romantic contact with Sitko before that incident. Officer Bloomsburg observed Child's swab his. So this kid had to be watched doing this. That's what it's saying. Officer Bloomberg observed Child swab his eggplant. Child then provided the swabs to Officer Bloomsburg. Later, Corporal Levitt collected buccal swabs from Child as reference samples for the state laboratory. Tina Painter will testify she had a conversation with Sitko via text message shortly after the incident at the address. This conversation was about the sexual acts that occurred between Sitko and Child. The conversation was extracted from Painter's cellular device and reads as follows. Painter: "Talk to your mom, Heather, please. Things may calm down. I don't know, but please think about your child." Talking about Heather's baby. Painter said, "I'm sorry you're so confused." Sitko, homebody, said, "I don't want my parents involved in this. They'll hate me. Nothing even happened. I had my clothes on. He was the one with his pants down. By the time I got done contemplating this wasn't a good idea, Orlean walked in." I feel so horrible. I feel so fucking horrible, Tina. I don't know what I was about to think. Oh, I missed that line. I feel so horrible. I feel so fucking horrible, Tina. I don't know what I was about to think. You guys, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. I don't know what came over me. And I'm hoping with time I get forgiveness. I take full responsibility and I'm begging from every inch of my soul that this doesn't get out. I will lose my son. She tried to make these people feel bad for her. This is witness tampering. I will lose my son and job. My family will disown me and the little reputation of being a good person that I have. And I'm sorry for booking it like a bitch when I was about to get my ass whooped. I should have just taken it like a champ, but I completely went into shock when I realized what was going on. Painter said, Heather, please stop. You're making things worse. Corporal Levitt served a DNA detention order upon Sitco on 10/14/14 at the Lewiston Police Department. Corporal Levitt collected 2 buccal swabs from Sitco as a reference sample. They have been sent to the state laboratory for analysis. So that is the whole thing. No, CPS was involved before this. CPS wasn't involved after this. The report says nothing about that being like nothing about her having drinks or alcohol or a pill. So then remember last night she mentioned that we don't know. This is all we have is the police report. So she said that the 15-year-old cousin came to stay with them because it's her son's, now her baby daddy's kid, her son's cousin. So someone that's related to the people where she had, with a minor, they allowed another minor of similar age to go to her house. That's crazy. Yes, she had a kid during this. This was after she already had a kid. She had already had a child, and she still did this. I don't think she's registered. This was in 2014. Well, I don't know why you keep saying, are we sure no DNA test was done? There was a DNA test done. All we have is the police report. I don't think a husband could. If the husband knows the real truth and he's still okay with that, that's crazy. She's not on registry because it's pled down to a misdemeanor. She was convicted of battery because she took a plea deal. Mother, her stepkids, yeah, I don't know. She homeschools the kids. I want to know about the ex-husband that she didn't want to speak about. I didn't even know, I don't know who found that. And then she said something about people were interviewing the uncle or something. What? Yeah, if this was a man, they'd be in prison. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Homeschooling can be used as a way to hide abuse. Yeah. You looked like you dissociated. I did, very much so. It was difficult. I believe this was premeditated. I am going to be honest. I feel like she broomed this kid. These were her friends. She said they'd been friends for a long time. They took him fishing that morning. She was supposed, you know what I mean? Was she using this minor to make her ex jealous? I have no idea. This is weird. Yeah, the 15-year-old cousin of this person that she assaulted, of the child that she assaulted, stayed with her for a month just recently. Alan is an adult. I mean, she could have lied, I guess, to try to make herself seem like they don't care. We don't know the full story on the baby. However, if what she was saying, if she was pregnant when she got in that wreck, I don't think that there would still be injuries from inside. Like, that just doesn't add up to me. However, I'm not a labor and delivery nurse. I couldn't tell you. I'm not a NICU nurse. I don't know. She said she had the baby early. I just don't think that's possible with any skills that I have. I don't believe that that's how it works. For your child to have 2 broken arms and a broken leg, that sounds like that child was swung around or something. I don't know. Used everything else to that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't make sense for anyone to, like, the arms and legs to all be broken. Like, I don't know. She didn't think the truth would come out. No, she didn't. And I don't think that she thought she would find this, or that we would have this. But when I tell you that when we're going to look into you, when me and my team decide to look into you, there's no stone uncovered. Like, they're all flipped. We're flipping them 6 times to make sure we didn't miss a note. So that's it. So Rutabaga got mad at Homebody, which I think Rudy is just trying to stay relevant. Because she got replaced by Ash Trevino and now nobody's paying attention to her. She's trying to cook in her. I don't know what's going on over there. All I know is that's an elderly woman trying her best, and y'all need to leave her alone. Okay. Elderly woman trying her bestest. But she didn't provide all of these receipts. All she had was charges, and she had it incorrect because she technically did not let her cook, sis. She technically did. I like Rudy too. She's a lovely elderly lady. Lovely. So Rudy didn't drop this. She had things incorrect. Homebody was the victim in one of the cases, which I think is weird. Homebody was a victim and a minor in that case, and Rudy read that out, so I find that weird. And then, yeah, I think social services, yeah. And then I'm not the same age as Rudy. She is older than me. That is not true. Not even in the slightest. Good try, though. She is much older than me. But I think Rudy wanted to, and also while y'all are all in here, I want the person that's giving stuff to Bree and Santos and Rudy to know that I know who you are. And I want you to look me in the eyes. I know who you are. I've got the screenshots. I've got it all. And I'm ready at any time. So just know, tread lightly. Now, does this mean that I'm on Bree and Santos and Rudy's side? No, not one bit. I'll give it to Rudy in this one. She definitely got the information out. However, she did not serve it up the way I did. Oh no. People are saying check text now. Oh God. Oh no. Don't forget that Astrovitz. Okay, more things. Turns out this minor was her little brother's friend. This was so just new stuff. Little brother's friend. Hold on. Didn't you say? Oh, nope. I want to address that. Nope. Where'd it go? Didn't you say? Oh my God. Hold on. Thank you, Michonne. Oh my God. I can't. Somebody said, doesn't Bree remind you of your stepkid's mom? Yes, she does. And I do give my stepkids' moms grace because I do understand that people are capable of growth. And all I want for our children is to have all of us and have a good support system and to make the growth that she needs to make to be there for her kids. And I think that Bree should do that as well. Sober up, get that mental health help, and be a mom, girl. That's what we got to do. Man, this is crazy. Yeah, so I guess Homebody was posting today and saying that I wonder if she was babysitting sick. I think that it was like just her little brother's friend who was probably like 16 or something. What did you say? Did you say Rudy is calling me a good girl? That's it. I got to put it on. God dang it. I hate when these people are right. It's literally the worst day of my life.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boys. Good boys.
I liked their stepmom better than their dad. I'm telling you, sometimes that's how it works. And when you can all co-parent together, it's worth it. Rudy is not innocent either. Bree's not innocent either. Neither Santos. Neither am I. I've done things that are unacceptable. Take accountability and do better. That's what you got to do. Okay? That's the best way. I also want to remind y'all, while I have all 1,900 of you here, to listen to this soundbite.
Ah, shit, I'm getting off.
I'm gonna go change my diaper, okay?
Weird. That one was weird.
Bye, Bookie.
Shelby, I know you're watching and you're talking trash about me. I saw your comment earlier today. Somebody once reminded me that you, Shelby Says So, said that you were going to make me wish that I had never gotten on social media. Look at me now, baby. Look at me now.
Bye, Bookie.
Ah, shit, I'm getting off.
I'm gonna go change my diaper, okay?
All right. Well, who's next? Who's next? Okay. Send me their names. Do we think they did something?
Objection, this is irrelevant to this case.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I don't know what.
I know it's irrelevant. I get it. Rudy says I introduced what? I didn't introduce her son to Homebody. No, I did not. That's not true at all. That's a lie.
Yes, Daddy.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Oh, the kid. I did tell the story about the kid that went to her house. It was the victim's cousin or something like that. Just 10 years later. Focus on Rudy. Okay, y'all let me know. Let's take a vote in the chat. Who do y'all want next? No scammers on this app, no schmurderers, and no schmrapists. No grapists. No schmurderers, no scammers, no grapists. We have taken down Shelby Says So.
Yes, Daddy.
Ash Trevino Roaches. Homebody.
Objection, this is irrelevant to this case. This is irrelevant to this case.
Okay, I don't know what.
You don't have to come and
Brother, this guy stinks!
You don't have to come and confess. We looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you. And you can run and tell that homeboy, 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 homeboy. Does anybody remember that tune?
It's Britney,
Rudy,
bitch. It's
Faith,
Britney, bitch. It's Britney, bitch. It's
Christina.
Britney, bitch.
The trash does take itself out. It really does. I have told y'all time and time again that when you give them the rope, they do it themselves. I know some of you don't like the way that I interview. Some of you love it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. You don't have to agree with me to even be here. That's not how my channel works. I haven't done an interview with Gabby yet, but I will.
Objection, this is irrelevant to this case. This is irrelevant to this case.
Okay, I don't know what.
We just here don't allow people to be hateful. There are things you can be hateful about: child abuse, exploitation, Rudy's food stamp fraud. Listen, I saw. Okay, we'll go into that one. Rudy's food stamps fraud. Did you look over the plan I sent you on Cabitabitude? Not yet.
Okay, I have it on recording.
Have that on recording. Have that on recording. Faith, ask Ruby where her kids are. Defrauding the government. Base. Neil the Seal, respect for Neil the Seal in here. At this time, there is a request in to see the rest of these documents because I was so lied to that I don't believe a word that was said to me. So we will. Ruby said to add her.
That you can see if I could smell like tuna.
I'll give her a little break for a little bit.
Corn chips. No.
Oh, good juju. Honestly, I don't know that there's anything else to expose about Ruby and them. I mean, they do, like at this point, Bree, Ruby, Ash, I'm pretty sure they just put everything on the internet. They kind of have the same philosophy that I do, is just, I did it. Yeah, I did it. And what? So, that's pretty much it. I was nice to Rudy when it came to the things with her. I don't know which one Rudy is. Yeah, Rudy, quit clout chasing me. You can't have my clout, Rudy. You can't have it. You can't have it. I'm not giving it to you. Deep dive and exposure on Carrie Wells. Interesting. Don't know who. You can't.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boys. Good boys.
She comes in peace. Who is she? I don't have her on here. Got. Rudy said sharing is caring. I don't have her. I blocked her because she was trying to stream my thing last night and she keeps blocking me and unblocking me. We're all playing this like cat and mouse game. Me, Santos, Bree, and Rudy. We like block, unblock, you know, all of the above. Hold on.
Objection, this is irrelevant to this case. This is irrelevant to this case.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, she's unblocked. I want to see what she has to say. No, don't let her in. They need to get Lainey's husband's name out of their mouth now. Listen, I have learned I will no longer be defending anyone on this app. I'm going to have to, I done told y'all background checks before anybody comes up in here. Anybody. Nobody's getting in. Nobody. Background checks for everyone. Bye, Pookie. So we will. I mean,
Objection. This is irrelevant to this case. This is irrelevant to this case.
Okay, I don't know what.
I wanted, Lisa Richard, I wanted to start doing true crime, and I have had to keep pushing it back every time something new comes out. And now here we are. I'm just the true crime, like real-time true crime. Real-time true crime, baby. Real-time true crime. For me, though, it feels like this one. Oh. I don't know. I don't see her on here. It was true crime. That's what I'm saying. I see you, Theodore Antar. TikTok true crime. That's what I'm saying. I feel, yes, y'all can share clips.